name is Thomas Bancel, and I'm one of the co-founders of Fidbacks. So most of us have already used marketplace here, like Airbnb, eBay, or car sharing website, or Craigslist. And we all have wondered one of those questions. Who is this guy coming to my apartment this weekend on Airbnb? Who is this guy I'm going to share a 4-hour ride on this car sharing website? Who is the seller I'm going to on Craigslist? Is he going to try to rip me off? Those are very natural questions. Indeed, how can you trust someone you don't know? The best way to know if someone is trustworthy is to know how he behaved in the past, to know what people have said about him after exchanging with him, basically to read the reviews he has received over the internet. And this is exactly what we are doing at Fidbacks. Fidbacks is the first web application that enables internet users to gather on a single, unique profile, all the reviews that they receive from all marketplaces they use. With them, enable them to use it anytime they want to exchange with someone, anytime they need to prove that they are trustworthy, and this directly on websites they use. This is useful for users. They exchange faster, they inspire trust easier. But this is even more useful for marketplaces because if you exchange faster, you generate more revenue for them. So let's see how this all works, and let's go for a little demo. This is my Fidbacks profile. What can you see on this profile? You can see that I've been carpooling and selling items over the internet for the past few years, and that for each of those activities I've received good ratings. You can read them if you want to. They are sorted per tab of activity. It's intuitive to navigate through them. And in a glimpse of an eye, you know that I'm very serious and trustworthy. But what is even more interesting is that I can use this profile directly on website I want to. This is my profile on Bancel, which is a French Airbnb-like website with which we've been working with for the past few months. And as you can see, I'm a new user on Bancel. I have no track record, no one knows me. But look at the bottom right here. I have linked and displayed my Fidbacks profile directly on Bancel. And you can read the reviews, see that I am a 5-star rated person, and this directly from Bancel. So from Bancel's standpoint, it's a huge step forward. I was a new user without any background, and now I'm someone trustworthy, ready to exchange. So where are we now? We have installed the solution I just showed you on 10 French peer-to-peer marketplaces and tested the solution on a few thousand users for the last few months. We are very happy to say that marketplaces love our solution. Their users find it intuitive and easy to use. But more importantly, in terms of efficiency, we are currently measuring that a new user with a Fidbacks profile exchanges twice faster in average than a new user without a Fidbacks profile. So what are we going to do with this? We're going to become the trust profile of the sharing economy. And to do this, we have 3 priorities. We want to install the solution I just showed you on as many websites as we can, and this as fast as possible. If you're a marketplace in the audience and want to try it out, please visit partner.fidbacks.com or come and talk to us at the end of the presentation. The second priority we have is to begin growing our member database. To do so, we know we only need to do one thing: make sharing a profile easy. When our users create a profile, it's to show it. By doing so, they give us a lot of visibility among their community, and it turns our product into something that is viral. Finally, we want to keep improving our technologies. So far, we're able to take comments, share them everywhere, but we really want to go much further into understanding what they mean in order to provide better values to our users and to websites we're working with. We believe we have all the assets to achieve this goal because we are scientists, good scientists, we have a lot of data, and we're working with the best French laboratories in semantic analysis. So how are we going to make money out of this? Our business is very simple. We work with marketplaces, and we offer them 2 things. The first thing is the solution I showed you on Bancel. So it's a freemium model with a subscription plan. The second thing we offer to websites is the opportunity to display their solution, to display their service, and to advertise their service to our member database. We believe we are currently growing the most qualified database that any marketplace would dream to target. Because our users are active users of the sharing economy, they are trustworthy, And more importantly, we know exactly how they behave, and therefore we're able to target them very precisely. So just a few words about who is behind this. The project is 1 year old. We are two co-founders with complementary background. I, for myself, have an engineering background both in France and the US at Stanford University, and my associate has a political science background and business background. We're 6 people in Paris, and we have 9 teammates in New York and London. Since we have a little bit of time, I want to give you one key message to take away. The sharing economy is a huge movement. It's going to change deeply the way we live and the way we consume. For it to be possible, it relies on one single thing: having people trust each other enough so that they can exchange. At the moment, we are giving the sharing economy the best tool to have people trust each other. Thank you very much. I look forward to hear your questions.
Excellent. Tomas, why don't you join me here? And I'm going to give you this. We'll let you get into the spotlight here and have our judges riddle you with questions, right? So anyone want to jump in with a question for Fidbacks for Tomas? No questions? That's the perfect presentation, I guess. Huh? Very clear. So I want you talked about your model, but maybe you can talk a little bit about some of the partners that you are beginning to work with.
Yeah, just a little bit about the business model. So just to explain again, the freemium plan, which is the first part of our business model, has 3 feeders. Basically, the feeder I showed you on Bédicassa, the Airbnb-like French website. And the premium feeders are basically full customization of the car and all the things that we provide, so where it's like seamlessly integrated into your site. We also give you customer insight about how your users behave on other websites in order to help you drive your customer acquisition. And the last thing we provide is just visibility among the Fidbacks community. So this is the subscription part, and in 2014 we will present 10–50% of our revenue. For the other part, it's affiliation. Basically, we are growing this database of active users of the sharing economy. And we've talked to websites we're already working with, and they're always asking, how many of your users are subscribing to my service, because we already give them, to their partners, visibility to our community. They're really like looking at this figure, and they're willing to advertise them. So we're going to give them this opportunity. We are aware that they are ready to pay for it, quite a bit of money actually, and we're going to share it between us and our users. I hope that answers the question.
Very good. Mo, did you have a question?
Hi. Does this work? Okay, so one of the things I really like about this idea is I think you're working on this at the exact right time in terms of what's happening in the sharing economy. And there's no question that this addresses a gaping hole in terms of what should make this sharing economy really thrive, which is a trust platform. And that requires scale. So I think marketplaces that don't have that scale certainly could leverage a third party that's bringing them that scale day one. But my question to you is, I think the platforms here that have the most to offer you also have the most to lose in allowing you to tap into them. So let's take, I mean, you mentioned one, I think, French site. What was it called?
Bédicassa, it's an Airbnb competitor.
Right. So taking Airbnb, for example, I'm sure you could gather a wealth of data from them, but why would they allow you to tap into that? And if that's a realistic challenge, does that present existential risk for you, the possibility that they may shut you off?
Sure, there is a risk, but really we want to provide value to Airbnb. That's our first goal. Like Airbnb, even more than smaller websites like Bédicassa, has interest in working with us, because they already know that trust is their single one priority. They are very mature and they're aware of this. And they also know that they have acquired a lot of users, but among those users, only 10% are using their website, and we can help them activate the rest of their users. And more importantly, in terms of where your comments go, there are rules, and your comments don't go on your competitors. You can basically blacklist like the website where you don't want your comments to go if you're working with us. And finally, just a word like Airbnb is a sharing website, sharing economy website. And it would be funny that they don't see that reviews today are underused assets, like apartments were. So we're just a sharing economy platform for reviews.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, Jeff? It should be on. Go ahead.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you hear me? So if you're assuming that 15% of your revenue is going to be coming from the freemium model, why would you focus on that 15% when it could actually limit the other 85%? And what I mean by that is you're inherently putting friction into the users who are going to be providing you the most value on what should be the focus of your business model, from what I understand.
Thank you. This is a really good question. We have 20 seconds to answer. Our first contact with marketplaces is through this solution. They clearly understand if this is a freemium plan, that they are our customers, and we are service providers. We don't believe in talking to a website and say, everything is free, we don't have any business model, we're not going to make money. This is actually a good commercial argument to say, at some point, you're going to pay. If you want premium features, we have an awesome technology. If you want to fully benefit from it, then you have to pay at some point. And we also are very transparent that we're going to do some affiliation and offer them the opportunity to have members, and we tell them from scratch. That's why I thought it was worth mentioning in this presentation. Excellent.
All right, Thomas, thank you very much. Good luck to Fidbacks in this competition, and appreciate your presentation. Right. Big round of applause.